Welcome back to the show, everybody. Albany Pioneer Days, Albany, Minnesota 2022. I got another interesting walk around for you all, and it centers around this neat old towed grader. We'll take a look at it right here. It's been around here for a few years. I've thought about doing a walk around. It's a Russell Standard No. 3. The interesting part of it, though, well, aside from it's got the hard rubber wheels on it, front and rear, all in place yet. It's got the overhead canopy, which is kind of neat, but you look at the blade down here, and I have struggled to figure out what this is. Did they like do a custom job on this, or did it come this way? But basically, the mold board, well, aside from being really tall for this grader size, it V's out that way, and then it comes and V's to a point on this side, but then it's flat on the back, but then you've got this cutout here at the bottom that looks like it would raise or lower on these pegs beneath these handle cranks. So it's almost like it was made to be a windrower, kind of, where you'd channel material from both sides, this side not so much, that side mainly, and then depending on how tall of like a windrow or a channel of material you'd want, you just raise that back portion at the rear. I don't know if this was like a paving setup, like with these hard rubber wheels on it, or I just don't know. But everything here, for the most part, seems to fit pretty well. It doesn't look like it was like a home-built job, or even like a company-built job. It's got these shoes on it, so you've got a little bit of a spring right there. Go around to the other side. We've got a shoe in place right here, and just the welds look too clean. The metal bends are too clean. It's got no sort of like blade circle frame at all, but everything's just too well put together to be something that someone modified like on site. And to me, like, the circle frame just comes out way too wide for what a standard circle would be. So it's almost like it was purpose built for some special application. I don't know what it is. If y'all have an idea, help me out in the comment section, will you? We've got this interesting chain mechanism, goes up over this cast iron cam loop. It's attached to this big long coil spring here. I don't know, maybe that's like an assist for like blade raise. I'm thinking it is. It looks like we have a pivoting hitch in place here to kind of get an offset for towing, as well as these Russells were all good for this. We've got, yep, this lever right here has a mechanism that goes down to the axle down here, and it'll actually slide the axle in forward or rearward in this channel. It offsets the rear axle to make it so this thing would dog track even more, get you even further off to the side. There should be some kind of a crank or wheel on this, because this goes down to a toothed rack. Yeah, we can just barely see it under there. It's a bit dark yet. That also offsets the whole axle side to side center line, so helps you really get some side draft when you're towing. But this crank should be for hitch offset. This looks like it is attached to maybe side to side shift on the blade down there. Of course, the tiller wheels for raising and lowering. And this neat old cab. Not very often do you see any kind of enclosures around these things. Looks like we've got a pull point at the back for towing more things. And we've also got these arms on each side. I don't know if these are for flagging or what they are, but they both pivot out. Got one right here too, just like that. Neat old gearboxes. You got the hatch where you could open that up and check your grease, put more grease in. Pretty much all the same style ball pivot joints that the later Caterpillar ones have. But Caterpillar actually bought Russell out, I believe, mid to late 20s. Late 20s, I believe they bought out the Russell line, but they kept a whole lot of the Russell design cues. So everything looks pretty good on the pivot up here. I love all this cast work on these, holding those shafts to go down. Looks like the hitch has had a little bit of a tweak to it before. But neat old pull behind grader. If you all have any idea what this blade is for, once again, please let me know, because this thing is tall for the size of this grader. Hope you all enjoyed the walk around. Thanks for watching.